In the early days, the trains used to run up and down the valley, run through the little mining towns. The largest town was named Drumheller. It was named after this man, Samuel Drumheller. Samuel Drumheller owned a Cadillac. It was a really big car. This is one of the little mining towns. At its peak, there were 32 mines operating in the Drumheller Valley. So people in the little mining towns used to go to Drumheller to get their supplies. They would go to the People's Bakery and they could order a donut. Or they could phone 147 and order a donut to be delivered directly to their door. Drumheller was way ahead of its time. This is downtown Drumheller in 1955. They built a little church then in hopes of attracting a few tourists, and it did. So then they built a dinosaur replica in 1960. People came from all over to see the unveiling. It was a really big dinosaur, a Tyrannosaurus Rex. People appreciated the dinosaur, so they came to see it, and they came to see the swinging bridge, the hoodoos, the little church, and the dinosaur badlands. So Drumheller became a thriving little tourist center. About a decade or so later, they built the Royal Airial Museum of Paleontology right in the middle of the Badlands. It was a world-class museum that attracted people from all over the world who would come to see the impressive dinosaur displays. Above there was a viewpoint. They offered guided tours, and you could see the unique rock formations, and also take the self-guided tour or walk on the path around and up and see the viewpoint. Meanwhile, in Drumheller, they moved the old dinosaur to a park. They added a fountain and a pool. So Drumheller had become a major tourist destination. People came from all over the world to visit Drumheller and all its impressive attractions. So of course they built more attractions, including this amusement park. Meanwhile, the mining industry was declining. The old buildings in the mining towns were abandoned and boarded up. The old roundhouse in Drumheller was shut down and torn down. This was the last mine left operating in the valley. On the right you see little buildings which were converted to be a coal mining museum. In the background is East Cooley. When the mines shut down, it affected East Cooley. These buildings were located in East Cooley. This is the swinging bridge that the miners used to cross so they could mine on the far side of the river. It was used as a tourist attraction, and they had to fix it up and make it safe so the tourists could cross the river safely to the other side. Meanwhile, the people in Drumheller were busy building dinosaur replicas. They built them around the town, so the entire town was littered with little dinosaurs. And then they did this. They built this really big dinosaur. They started to piece together the framework. Then they pieced together the legs and the body. They erected the dinosaur, added arms, painted it up, so it became the world's largest Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now tourists could enter the bottom and climb the stairs inside, view the inside, and then look out the mouth and look down and see the old dinosaur, the fountain, and the pool. And on the right was the prehistoric water spray park. Water spray parks are popular because it's down in the valley and away from the wind, so it tends to feel hotter. And also the Badlands reflect the heat. So this is a popular attraction. So at the end of the day, you leave the valley and the rugged Badlands and travel across the flat prairie. so now you can appreciate the broad expanse of view of the prairie and the huge sky.